When I was writing for ESPN, I got a mailbag question like 10 years ago from a reader who said, if you ask 1,000 people to list their top 3 favorite Tom Hanks movies, and you took Gump off the table, you're like, you can't vote for Gump, but give your next 3, that all the responses would be different for other people. And I actually did a test with 30 people I knew, and 26 of them had completely different lists.
Hey, I win.
So what are your 3? You have to pick 3. What are your 3? No, you got to do it.
No, I would. No, I do it. But what I would not do it according to the way the movies came out. I would do it by way of the personal experience that I had when I was doing it.
Okay, do that. Let's hear it.
Which is very different. All right. You got 3. I can have 3, you say?
3. So you can do degree of difficulty. You can do what it meant the most to you as you were filming it, whatever categories you want.
Number 1, I would probably say number 1 would be League of Their Own, because all I did all summer was play baseball. I shagged flies. I ate turkey dogs. I took infield with Robin Knight and a ton of other people. I played baseball all summer long in Evansville, Indiana, and in Wrigley Field. There was a day of doing that. And I had all my kids with me. I had all my family with me. It was a big-ass summer. In the Midwest, we lived in a house in the middle of cornfields. We went to Burger King at night and Dairy Queen in the afternoon. We got our food at Hooks and our drugs at Schnucks, and it was a great summer. And my entire family still speaks about it. Then I would say Castaway, because it was just we had just bold adventures when we were making that movie. I mean, we were out in the middle of the ocean, just, trying to grab shots. And we were off in Fiji on 2 different occasions. And I had the whole family with me. There was nothing but adventures every single day, every single night. Understand on Castaway. And these are the creature comforts. Every movie has them. But these were extraordinary, because let me tell you, Bill, I don't know how you would get to that hideous little box of a studio in Camden, Connecticut. Where were those ESPN studios? Where were they?
Bristol. Yeah,
Bristol, Connecticut. I don't know how you got to work every morning to that. But here's how I got to work every day on Castaway. The sun was not yet up in the east, and I would get up wearing nothing but a Speedo and a T-shirt. And I would make myself a cup of coffee. The house would be quiet. Everybody would be in bed. Stars were out. Moon was out. The sky wasn't even yet to turn blue in the east. And I would make a cup of coffee. Then I would stroll down the gravel road to where the pier was. And then I would swim out to the special fishing boat, a marlin boat that had these 2 huge, massive outboard motors on the back of it and a massive fly bridge. And I would swim out to the boat, get on with the pilot and the mate and one of the guys from the crew, and we would head out. And for 50 minutes, the sun would be rising behind us on the open sea, and we would be heading towards the island of Monteriki, which is where we shot. And by the time we got to the island, the sun was up. The support boats were there with the rest of the crew. Some of them were already on land. And the boat would stop, and I would come down from the fly bridge, because you couldn't sit in the boat itself because the seas were so heavy. So you really had to stand the entire way. And I would swim ashore. And then we'd get dressed and do the movie, and, Wilson and, all that stuff that was going on. And then at the end of the day, we had to stop about an hour before sunset, because there was no power on the island. So we shot during daylight hours. And with an hour left, kind of said, all right, that's it. And the crew had to get back on their boats, and I would swim out to my marlin boat. And this time the sun is setting behind me, and the sky to the east is getting darker and darker and darker. And we would just head for the horizon stars for 50 minutes, me standing on the fly bridge, pondering all that we had shot and what we still had to do. Then we get to the island where we were staying, me and the family, and I would swim ashore, pull myself up by the pier, walk down the gravel driveway to our house, to a lovely dinner outside. And I had 2 of my boys were young, and they had nothing but adventures. And my wife and my in-laws They were all there. And that's how we made the movie for not the entire film, but I'm going to put together, say, 2.5 months of what that shooting was. That was a vacation. And the last film I would say that was magical for me was a movie called Cloud Atlas that I made with the Wachowskis and Tom Titfer. We shot it on a hope and a dream and nothing but a circle of love in Berlin and Mallorca and Dresden and I want to say, did we go to Dusseldorf? Did we go to Frankfurt? Somewhere. We were bombing all over Germany. And that was the first time I had ever shot extensively in Germany. And I was surrounded by history. But the work itself we were part of this big, massive ensemble of fantastic people who were just trying to do the hardest, best work on this, deep throw. I always say, as Kenny Stapleton said, throw deep, baby. That whole movie was such a deep throw that making it was magical. And I had a lot of my family come over, and we all saw Berlin and former East Germany. Made a lot of cool friends on the German crew over there. And that would be my big three.
That's a good one. That was a great list. I wouldn't have expected that 3.